Next on All Access.
A big day to Jakobi Meyers today, hoping for his first touchdown.
We here for a reason, to do one thing, to dominate Bellustrator.
Snap back to Mayfield, he's in trouble here, the pocket collapses, so does the quarterback. Snap to Hoyer with a play fake, he throws it wide to the outside, caught by Myers, he's hit immediately by Harrison. He puts the hit, he dives to the pylon! That's a touchdown for Jakobi Meyers! And he's engulfed by his teammates celebrating, the entire Patriot bench and sideline.
When you broke the tackle and you're running down the sideline, how big did your eyes get?
That's the only thing I can remember, actually. Like, just my eyes just getting huge. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there's nobody in front of me.
Barring any unforeseen circumstances, Tom will be the quarterback.
Again, that decision wasn't universally received well.
In any way, did you see this coming through?
I'll just put it this way. I look forward to the chance to compete for my job.
They got a pretty darn good rookie tight end in Pitts.
So Ryan leads it, Matt leads it out in front of him here, and watch this catch.
Wow.
He's a guy that we really are going to have to do a good job on.
The Patriots win their fourth straight game and their most impressive performance of the year. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. A punishing ground game, 3 Mac Jones touchdown passes, and a suffocating defense. All ingredients in the Patriots' blowout of the Browns. However, there is no time to bask in the glow of victory, as the schedule makers have placed a Thursday night primetime affair in Atlanta next on the docket. That will be a challenge. Before we explore that, let's look back at the sights and sounds from Sunday's domination of Cleveland.
Big day to Jakobi Meyers today, hoping for his first touchdown.
You know how to get it back all the way. Let's get it. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Let's go, Patriots!
They don't want to play our kind of game. It ain't pretty, it ain't flashy, but it's grown man football. Run your own race. This is our race. Nobody else's race. I don't care what anybody say about us. We here for a reason. To do one thing. To dominate Bellustrator. Dominate 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate. You know who you are. You know what we represent. Do what you gotta do. See that on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hey, get us for the new one. The new one. We buy cars for the new one. We get sacked for the new one.
Takes the shotgun snap. He's throwing it left to the end zone, and Hooper comes down with it on the back end line. They say he got his feet in with the catch and a touchdown for Cleveland.
When we came to the sideline, we got some things fixed, and then we started attacking.
Hey, we just gotta play play with our hands. Yep. Right in the box.
So we're just going to set the edge in here and come from the backside. All right, there's just going to be no space.
Snap back to Mayfield. He's in trouble here. The pocket collapses. So does the quarterback. Takes the step. Back 2 steps. Looking right. Throws the fade for Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. A floater to the right side of the end zone.
83-yard, 16 plays. Consistency, getting ahead, convert big opportunities in situational football, and being tougher and finishing right.
Very good. Good job. Good job. Good job. That's it, my friend. Good ball security now.
Just back to Mayfield. He fires to the right. The pass is intercepted. Duggar has it. Down the left side, 30. Nearly another pick 6. Toss Cross left for Stevenson. Tucks it into the left arm. Stunner step to 5. Lowers the shoulders. Bulldozes into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Has time. Fires down the middle for Gordon. Reaches up. Extends. Lands in the end zone. Between two defenders. Touchdown, Patriots.
I'll take more of this, please.
We need every single piece. We all are individual pieces to the puzzle, bro. That works.
We got a great opportunity ahead of us. Now we got to go get it.
Throws to Henry, wide open, middle of the end zone. And Jones delivered it. Second touchdown of the day for Hunter Henry, and the route is on for the Patriots.
Nice job. You're done. All right.
Snap to Hoyer with a play fake. He throws it right to the outside, caught by Meyers. He's hit immediately by Harrison. He slips the hit. He dives to the pylon. That's a touchdown for Jakobi Meyers. And he earns his first in the NFL. He broke the tackle after the catch, and he's engulfed by his teammates celebrating. The entire Patriot bench and sideline flowing to the end zone.
Superman! Superman in the house! We got it for him! We got it one!
All right, fellas, that's a great job. That's a great job all the way across the board. Good week. Played again the way we wanted to play it. Definitely the most physical team. How about 3 drives over 90 yards?
This team is one body. We're at our best when each member is doing their design job. One team, one body now. Yeah. How we feel about that body now?
Time now for the plays of the week. Scott Zolak, Coach Belichick with you. Coach, big win over Cleveland. Starting here with Brandon Bolden. He's a heck of a screen back for you. Talk us through this.
Well, this was a 3rd and 13 on the first drive, and you hate to be in these long yardage situations, but great call and execution here. Great call by Josh and a well executed play. The screen gets out away from the rush and gets to see Isaiah and Trent Brown kind of pin these rushers back here in the pocket, so they have a harder time chasing. But good job here by Dave Andrews. He's the first one out, and then Ted Karras and Shaq, and Brandon does a nice job here of pressing them down the field and forcing those defenders to go outside, and then he cuts off them and goes to the middle of the field and picks up the first down. Good finish on the run over a couple of DBs here.
Instincts too, and I got another screen question for you later here in the show, but yeah, you think, okay, he's going to get tackled on a 10, but his ability to turn that body and get it down inside the 5, that was big for you guys.
Yeah, and again, the separation that occurs here between the players in coverage and the pass rushers who are now chasing really is the space you need to make that screen go. Once that gets condensed, then these guys will get you from behind.
All right, nice job, sets you up good. Great counter to the opening drive that Cleveland had against you guys. 7-7 ball game at this point. And then quickly, how things turn from a momentum standpoint. This is the Kyle Duggar pick. Walk us through this.
Well, this is about a 3rd and 7 play, and it starts here with a real good disguise by our safeties. It looks like we're trying to make it look like we're in a single high, robber type of coverage, and then the safety split here, and we're actually in cover 2. So this is Duggar here on the slot. And he does a nice job of rerouting the slot and pushing him outside. Mills, starts in a man look, but then actually goes to a cover 2 zone technique where he's inside, and looked like either guy might have had a shot at this one. But in any case, get a good pass rush here up the middle. I think that forces Mayfield to hurry it a little bit, but he makes the throw. Doug under cuts it here for the interception. And then goes down the sideline. Has good stiff arm here and pick up some extra yards. But just a real good defensive football play between our skies, our inside pass rush that kind of gets in the quarterback's face, and our good awareness and match on zone coverage.
That's a good spot with the zone too. You know, looking at your zone, this has been going on for a couple weeks now. Like you really don't see from a quarterback's perspective anywhere to really go with that ball. So they kind of force him into that turnover, and that's a nice run here by Kyle, as you said. Do you guys work on that stiff arm at all? It's hard to do in practice.
You bet, of course we do.
Okay. All right, and then the running game. You know, we've been talking about this now for a while. You got some continuity up front. It's great to have Trent Brown back, you know, with his size, and just look at the push Shaq and he get on that right side. Walk us through this one.
Yeah, so this is the first play of the fourth quarter, and you know, we've got a little bit of you know, momentum going here. Just picked up the first down, and so we're running over here to our right side, and you can see Yak come in and wham the defensive tackle on the opposite side of the ball. But there's the good double team between Shaq and Trent Brown, and the double team kind of carries the defensive lineman right back into JOK, the linebacker there, and see, that's a heck of a double team, knocking about 7-8 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't like to be the guy caught up in that. You know, that's easy for Shaq to come off too, as you said here, and give that extra push. We'll take one more look at this from the end zone angle.
Right, so here it is from the end zone, and again, the wham block from Yacht comes right here, and the center Andrews is up on 52, and then there's the double team right there on 93, and we always try to double that into the next guy. So in this case, when 28 shows up, we let him come to us, and then Shaq comes off on JOK. Stevenson makes a good run here, hitting up inside, breaks an arm tackle, drops his pads, gets a couple extra yards, but really you know, good blocking here, and you know, Hunter does a good job here of sealing off the outside. It's a nice looking play, you know, be able to pick up 9-10 yards down there in the red area and not have to throw the balls.
Receivers too. I mean, we look at the offensive line, but you guys have always been good blocking. It's a central part of the running game, especially when they kill in the slot there.
Yeah, receivers did a good job, and they've been doing a good job coming in there and getting those force players and those safeties. Nikhil did quite a bit of it yesterday. KB did some, and of course, Jakobi's always there for it.
All right, Coach, good stuff. 4 in a row. These are fun. Good luck against Atlanta on a short week.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, there you go. There's your plays of the week. See you next time.
Coming up on All Access.
We relive Jakobi Meyers' first NFL touchdown reception.
What did Mac Jones say to you before the game?
You know, it's crazy. He did tell me. He called it out. He said, I feel like today's going to be the day you score. Now, he didn't say that was going to be Hoyer throwing it to me, but...
And later, a decision that helped build a dynasty.
And when, you know, Coach Belichick made that decision, you know, it was quiet in there in the locker room, because you just feel the tension.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. And by Pepsi. That's what I like. Pepsi, official soft drink of the New England Patriots.
I'm Lauren Spencer with your Week 11 Patriots Social Media Minute. It was a tough day to be a camera operator in the Patriots end zone, but the chivalry from the players was simply unmatched. The dogs of Reddit were out in full force on Sunday, and judging by the outcome of the game, we can confirm they are in fact good luck pups. However, Gillette Stadium's own field crew member Boyd made the biggest waves on social when he was spotted snoozing his way into the fourth quarter like the good boy that he is. Taylor Swift re-released her own version of the Red album this weekend, and it seemed as if quite literally everything was turning red in its honor, even Matt Judon's sleeves. That's all for this week. Be sure to follow @Patriots for all of your Thursday night football coverage. I'm Lauren Spencer.
For New England, it's a crash course in the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Rhodes tells us that the Patriots have 3 days to prepare to pass this test.
It's Wednesday night. We got a really short week here.
What impressive win over the Browns. What 4-game winning streak. For the Patriots, that game was history Sunday at 4 o'clock.
When you play on Thursday, it's pretty much like, hey, you have to wake up and go.
With a Wednesday trip to Atlanta for a Thursday game, for the Pats, this week was like cramming for a college midterm final.
Yeah, it's kind of just like that. But we just got to move on really quick. Like you said, short week. We just got to hone down on our opponent.
Yes, it's on to the Falcons, a team that's 4-5 coming in off a blowout loss to Dallas, but also a dangerous team that upset the Saints in New Orleans 2 weeks ago.
We try to be as ready, I guess, as you can be, but you never know. They still have a lot of good players. I mean, they're in the National Football League for a reason.
They have some extra motivation if they lost last week, and plus you're playing the Patriots, so they always want to stick it to the Patriots.
And finally, Matthew Slater will become just the 5th player to appear in 200 regular season games with the Patriots come Thursday. He'll join Julius Adams, Bruce Armstrong, Stephen Gostkowski, and Tom Brady on that list.
I'm humbled by an opportunity to play my 200th game. It makes me want to thank a lot of people, starting with my mom and dad, but definitely I thank God for bringing me to this point in my career, and excited about Thursday.
Going back to the win over the Browns on Sunday, the Patriots had 3 drives of 90 yards or longer that resulted in touchdowns. Believe it or not, that's the first time that's ever happened in the Bill Belichick era. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
All right, Roachy, thank you very much. Joining me now is the man of the hour. He really doesn't need any introduction. Jakobi Meyers, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too.
All right, let's go back. What did Mac Jones say to you before the game?
You know what's crazy? He did tell me. He called it out. He said, I feel like today is going to be the day you score. Now, he didn't say that it was going to be Hoyer throwing it to me, but that one kind of threw me for a loop. But the fact that I got it and the fact that he called it, it was crazy.
When you broke the tackle and you're running down the sideline, how big did your eyes get?
That's the only thing I can remember, actually. Like, just my eyes just getting huge, I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's nobody in front of me. I don't remember seeing any flags coming out when I was down, so I was like, you know what, this might be the chance. Do something special.
And you dove into the end zone?
Yeah, dove into the end zone. Yes, sir. When I was in college, actually, I was thinking flip.
Were you a flip?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I'm not that athletic. You know what I mean? My knees, I'm getting old now, so I had to do the smart thing.
How special was it to have almost the entire team come down and congratulate you, celebrate with you?
One of the most, outside of the W, that was probably the most special moment for me for the whole game. Probably one of the most special moments for my whole career. Just the touchdown was a touchdown. It felt good, but just everybody clearing the bench and just coming down to celebrate with me.
What does that say about your team?
It shows you how close we are, how hard we work together, how much we fight together. We love each other. We want to be great for each other, and we want the other person on our team to be great. So it just shows the type of men we have in the locker room, type of character that we all have, and hopefully we can just keep pushing together.
Now, is it amazing to you how big of a deal this is becoming? I mean, you're supposed to be doing this, right? I mean, one thing if you threw a touchdown, which you've already done.
Right.
It'd be one thing if you kicked a field goal. But you're supposed to be doing this.
Right.
Are you embarrassed about all the attention you're getting?
No, I wouldn't say embarrassed because, no publicity really is bad, right? But it was I was kind of getting a little tired of hearing about it. I felt like I was bigger than that,
Right.
And that was just the one box that was left unchecked. So I'm happy to finally get a check.
No question about it, right?
Yes, sir.
One of your biggest supporters, if not your biggest supporter, your dad, being there.
Yeah, that was.
What did it mean to him? What did it mean to you to have him there?
It meant a lot, man. I didn't want to text him after the game because I wanted to see his actual reaction. So when I got out there, his smile was just everything. He was just proud dad moment, and I recognized it. And it made me feel good. Just the fact that I could bring that to him, bring that joy to him, and he was there as a witness it all. So.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Your phone blow up? What was the most bizarre message you got?
Oh man, some crazy DMs out there. all type of ranges, telling me, it was some crazy.
Is it crazy?
Yeah. Just leave it at that.
But everybody's happy for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Hopefully it's the start of many more.
That's what I said. Hopefully the levee is broken, right? And it'll flood in.
Absolutely. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate you.
Jakobi Meyers, I guess. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
congratulations to Coach Herb Devine and his Scituate Sailor football team. In recognition of the Sailors' playoff win over Ashland, we are proud to honor Coach Devine with our Patriots High School Coach of the Week.
Who's ready to play some football?
Presenting the award is Pro Football and Patriots Hall of Fame linebacker Andre Tippett.
Coach, on behalf of the Kraft family, the New England Patriots Charitable Foundation, and the New England Patriots, I want to say congratulations and keep up the great work. Let's give Coach another round.
The Patriots Charitable Foundation will donate $1,000 to the Scituate High School football program in the name of head coach Herb Devine.
3, 1, 2, 3.
College Football Hall of Fame inductee, Andre Tippett.
And speaking of Tippett, the former Patriot Pro Football Hall of Famer was at his alma mater this past weekend as the University of Iowa recognized Tipp for his induction into the College Football Hall of Fame. The ceremony will take place next month in Las Vegas.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and have coffee with this guy. Coach Belichick joins me now. And Coach, look at these big offensive drives, 99 yards, 92 yards, 95 yards. What's the ultimate key to those type of drives where you sustain, first downs, you chew clock? How good is that to have that around week 10 of the year?
That's really a great thing for all parties involved. Defensively, it gives you a chance, especially after that first series that we gave up a long touchdown drive. The drive that we answered with gave us a chance defensively to, go over some things and, get some stuff straightened out. And offensively, it was a great drive. It's just stringing together a lot of positive plays. We didn't go backwards a lot against Cleveland. Had a couple penalties, but we didn't lose yardage on very many plays. And just staying out of long yardage is always the key to moving the ball successfully. So it was they're really good for your team. It's good for your offense, gives them a lot of confidence. Good for your defense, gives them a chance to not only rest but go over adjustments on the sideline after we've kind of seen what they were doing and how they were trying to set some things up that helped us play with more confidence and more aggressiveness. So those are awesome drives. The one coming off the 1 yard line, that was huge.
From a football standpoint, what's the biggest challenge? Playing on Sunday, turning the page and get ready for Thursday. And I know you said after the game, it's a Wednesday right now, right?
Yeah, and so on this week, it's Monday, getting some treatment, getting a little workout in, going through the scouting report. Then Tuesday was our game plan day. And Wednesday we finished up some game planning and got on the plane and ready to play Thursday. So it's really about 4 days of preparation compressed into 2, but I think for the players, the physical adjustment to a short week is another big part of the equation for them that we coaches don't have to worry about.
All right, time now for the A's Ticket Twitter question of the week, and it comes from @Jake752. Let's talk about the development over the last several weeks of the screen game. What makes the screen game work, starting even with your backs?
That's a great question, and it really depends on what type of screen you're talking about, wide receiver screen, a running back screen, tight end screen. The timing on all those is a little bit different, but in the end, it really comes down to selling the defense that it's a pass and getting them to rush, and then offensively, it's getting the relationship between the running back and the blockers so that the defenders can't split them, because there'll be somebody over there. It's hard to have a screen where there's just no defenders around at all. There'll be defenders there. It's actually blocking the guys who are there, whether that's a guy man coverage or the zone defenders that react to it, and the back doing a good job of helping to set up those blocks in space. If the back just kind of zigzag runs, then the blockers don't know where he is, and the defenders will run right by him. So the runner has to do a good job of drawing the defenders to the blockers, then the blockers can handle them, and then he'll cut off them. So definitely there's a timing and a relationship element that just takes a good amount of work, but as we saw against Cleveland, when it works, there's some good space to run in.
A lot of good yards in there. And if you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter, @Patriots, #AskBB. Bellustrator, quick one later in the show. What are you going to take a look at with Atlanta?
Well, they've got some very explosive offensive players. They've got this new kid, Pitts, and he's a good one.
You'll probably be there early enough, too, to get that Oculus in the roof all square, about 8 seconds. I remember in the Super Bowl, you had that big question. You were concerned about that.
I was.
All right, there you go. More Patriots All Access will return right after this, and after that, we'll have the Bellustrator, maybe some more Oculus breakdown.
Coming up on Patriots All Access.
A healthy Drew Bledsoe or a second-year Tom Brady? Which quarterback was right for the 2001 Patriots?
I'm going to make the best decisions I can for the football team. That's what Mr. Kraft's paying me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the decisions that I think are the best for the football team. T-E-A-M as in team.
And later, Bill Belichick spotlights an up-and-coming Falcons player on the Bellustrator.
Pitts is really fearless coming inside. This is a good look at, goes up, stands, catches the ball.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. By Dan O'Brien Auto. Come into any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan, keeping it awesome. By AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up. Reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL. And by Gillette. Look good. Game good. Gillette. The best a man can get. This profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. 20 years ago this week, head coach Bill Belichick made one of the most scrutinized decisions in franchise history. After Drew Bledsoe was injured, Tom Brady stepped in to help the Patriots to 5 victories in 8 weeks. After 8 weeks, Bledsoe was healed and itching to come back. So who would be the starting quarterback? To celebrate the 20th anniversary of the 2001 team, we look back at this historic decision, a decision that helped springboard a dynasty.
We are all Patriots. Patriots are Super Bowl champions.
We got into training camp. Really, none of the quarterbacks had, I would say, real good preseasons. We were concerned about the position just in general. But frankly, we were concerned about Drew at that point as well, based on preseason, that it just didn't, we weren't moving, offensively, we weren't executing, moving the ball like, we felt like we would want to.
Now rolls to the right. Now he's going to have to run at the 20, 25, 30. Oh!
Tom Brady's in the game. Showed some great poise in preseason.
In 7 games, Brady helped the Patriots to a 5-2 record, while Bledsoe recuperated.
Over those next few weeks, when he was in there, you saw flashes. Was it perfect? No. But you saw the ability, you saw the potential for him to lead us to the team. We could win a Super Bowl with somebody that just wasn't going to lose the game.
Lockett starts to run now, throws it, is tipped, and believe it was intercepted.
After losing to the Rams on November 18th, and with Bledsoe receiving clearance to play, Bill Belichick clarified the quarterback situation in advance of the Saints game.
Barring any unforeseen circumstances, Tom will be the quarterback. I think that I want to make it as clear as I can that this is not about Drew losing a job or being beat out or anything like that, and that's in no way, shape, or form the case. It's a situation. This is strictly about the team.
Are you hurt, frustrated, or how do you feel?
Next question.
In any way, did you see this coming, Drew?
I'll just put it this way. I look forward to the chance to compete for my job.
And you'd expect the person to say that. I mean, who doesn't want to play? You go ask the backup running back if he wants to play, and he's going to say the same thing. And if you don't want that, then you're in the wrong line of work.
I've been here 2 years. My job is to make the decisions for the football team, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the best decisions I can for the football team. That's what Mr. Kraft's paying me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the decisions that I think are the best for the football team. T-E-A-M as in team. Again, that decision wasn't universally received well, but I said, okay, look, this is what I'm going to do. whether everybody agrees with me or not, it doesn't matter. It's my decision. I'm doing what I feel like is best for the team. And what I need you to do is to go out and do your job. I'm trying to do mine. You go out there and do your job. Trust me. I trust you. Let's go forward.
And when, Coach Belichick made that decision, it was quiet in there in the locker room because you just feel the tension.
When a guy gets paid a $100 million contract, he's the first pick overall. He's the face of your franchise for so long, and you've been to a Super Bowl with him in the past, and I can keep going. And the head coach sees something, or he sees how our team rallies around this young kid.
That was a week for me. Now that I look back at it, I would have probably viewed Coach Belichick differently if he went with Drew. You tell us if we're playing well, all right, we'll play. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how many Pro Bowls you've been to. Who's playing the best will play. Tom was doing all right, and you could see him getting better.
And I think what he did for us was eliminate all distractions for a team. He eliminated the quarterback carousel going back and forth, the controversy, dealing with the media. He took pressure off the team.
That was really a moment of credibility of Coach Belichick from me.
Well, I think, I have been the starter, so I think it's pretty much business as usual in that sense. And, how about that? Typical Lawyer Malloy right there. Don't get any better than that.
As a captain, it's like, okay, Drew, you're back. Okay, but I gotta still invest in this young kid because he has the football in his hand every snap, But now you got to stay ready for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to one of my idols, a guy I respected coming into the Patriots organization, Drew Bledsoe, and I'm saying, okay, you make sure you stay ready. It was an awkward situation.
I'm sure there were some second thoughts and not maybe universal acceptance in the room, but again, regardless, no matter what I did, it wouldn't have been universally accepted. There would have been, a little bit of a split opinion. But the thing that I really respected about that team was how they put it aside, regardless of what their personal feelings were, and move forward with their job, their responsibility, and try to do what they could do to help the team. And in the end, that's really what, got us to the, to the finish line.
And hello again, everyone. A very pleasant good evening, and welcome to Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough for this Week 7 encounter. Deion Lewis to the 50, 45, to the 40, ramming over a defender and barreling his way to the 35-yard line. Gabriel in motion left to right. He takes the jet sweep, handoff. He's wrapped up to the 5, taken down by Kyle Van Noy. In a thoroughly dominating performance, New England wins it 23-7 here in the Fog at Gillette.
What's new with the Falcons? A whole new coaching staff for starters. Head coach Arthur Smith and defensive coordinator Dean Pease both come from Tennessee. And as we'll see next on the Bellustrator, the Falcons have one of the best offensive rookies in the game, not named Mac Jones.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Bellustrator. Okay, they got a pretty darn good rookie tight end in Pitts. This kid's pretty productive, and I know Ryan looks at him a lot. Walk us through what Pitts does.
Yeah, so here's a play with a couple other tight ends in the game, Smith and Hurst, and here's Pitts. And so this comes off of a good play action fake here, and Ryan sets up, and then here's Pitts on the crossing route. You can see that there's not a lot of separation there. There's not a great window to throw the ball in, but so Ryan leads it. Matt leads it out in front of him here, and watch this catch.
Wow.
So this guy is really an outstanding player. I'm sure he'll break all the receiving records for rookie tight ends and all that. He's big, he's fast, he's long, he's got excellent hands. Very smart player. Go up in high point, jump for the ball on some 50-50 balls.
he's a guy that we really are going to have to do a good job on. And first of all, know where he is, because they've been around quite a bit.
And that's a big thing, too, because, I mean, I've talked to you when you face Kansas City with a guy like Kelsey. You say, okay, yeah, he's listed as tight end, but this is the type of guy that could, is he a wide receiver or a tight end? He could probably do both, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's kind of along the lines of Tony Gonzalez, that kind of player.
Here he is on the inside slot up top.
Yeah, so now here he is more of a true receiver position, and Pitts is really fearless coming inside. This is a good look at him coming over the middle, getting ready to take a hit from the free safety, but goes up, extends, catches the ball, then comes down, protects it, and finishes the play. So really a dangerous player on a lot of levels: play action, deep, catch and run, and then the inside, in cuts, seams, and those kind of things. So and Patterson and Davis, they got a lot of good players. We're gonna can't key on all of them. We'll have to try to keep them in check.
All right, Coach, good luck Thursday Night Football, Atlanta Falcons. Be there. More Patriots All Access will return right after this. There's your Bellustrator.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. And by Pepsi. That's what I like. Pepsi, official soft drink of the New England Patriots.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, and I'm going to be the first to admit it. No one, at least I didn't, see this coming. Did you?
I didn't. I thought the Patriots would win the game, but I thought both of us were kind of lockstep. We thought it would be a back and forth kind of game, coin flip game. It was not a coin flip unless you call it over at the coin flip of the game.
Well, Paul, if Steve didn't see it coming, then no one
wasn't there.
saw it coming.
I'm going to give my boss Fred Kirsch a little bit of a nod. He thought 28-14.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit, more of a blowout than any of us saw.
And you mentioned the opening coin flip. Well, how about after the first series when the Browns went down the field and scored a touchdown?
Right.
I think no one definitely saw it coming after that because it didn't look good for the Patriots at that time.
All right, so 45-7, what does that mean?
I think it means, I'll say, for me, personally, I think this team's a little bit better than I thought it could be. I'm not even talking about better than I thought it was, but I thought the ceiling for the team was, kind of a scrappy unit that, I knew they would be tough. I knew they would be mentally tough and physically tough and find their way into the playoff mix. What I'm seeing is a team that's capable of playing and beating anybody that they play right now. I think it's a flawed league, number one. And number two, the Patriots are getting better every week.
That's significant coming from Paul because I know we've had this discussion in the past where I've said they can beat anyone, and you've said maybe compete with anyone. But to say beat anyone, to me, that's telling.
Because I think Cleveland's a pretty good team. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I don't think it was, Dallas or Tampa that came here. But I think Cleveland's a pretty solid team, and they made them look just like the Jets.
And here's how I would sum up my thoughts. It's the fourth quarter. I'm up in the press box, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, the sun's going down. The weather's getting colder. The Patriots are rounding into form. The quarterback is playing particularly well. Sort of feels like old times here. So to answer your question, Steve, I would say, what does it mean? Anything is possible.
We mentioned short week all week long because it is a short week. Patriots Thursday night on the road.
Yeah.
Not used to this.
No, they don't usually get the road games on these Thursday nights, and you guys got to travel. I'll just hang out and watch the game. But I do think it makes it a little bit different because of the obvious reasons of the preparation and whatnot. And you heard Belichick talk immediately after the game about it's Wednesday and we're coming up on Thursday. It's a short week. In reality, it's not just a cliche. I think the Atlanta Falcons aren't the best team in the world, but that is somewhat of an equalizer for some of these teams on the road. Look what happened to Baltimore and Miami.
Patriots were on the road Thursday night last year when they played the Rams, but they had played the Chargers, the week before, so they sort of stayed out in LA. I remember the last time they were really a true road team on a Thursday night, went down to Tampa, who I would say that year was similar to Atlanta, Paul. I didn't think they were very good, and it was a very close game. So a reminder that nothing is given when you're the road team on Thursday night.
So that being said, prediction time, the Atlanta Falcons.
I hear what Mike is saying about that Tampa game, and I agree that this game might be a little bit tougher than we think, but I just love the momentum the Patriots are bringing into the game. Conversely, the Falcons got absolutely demolished against Dallas. So I think they find a way to win, maybe some field goals here, 26-13.
I'll go 24-17. Did you see the coat Bill Belichick was wearing on Monday this week? That tells me he's feeling good.
He's feeling it.
Feeling good.
A little swag. Yeah. All right, guys. Good job as usual. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.